I'll mention their names, but then we will take a look at some of the history. I think you'll enjoy it. The folks that started this group are 7. Lane Schneider, Don Verkaik, Annie Rumary, Phillip Naaman, Sandy Ziegler, and Phillip Dirksen. Peter Dirksen. Thank you. But let's take a look. I think it's kind of an interesting story of how they got started. So this is the history of people who made a difference. And did they ever make a difference? One person at a time. That one person who began this organization is Lane Schneider. Lane says she saw what was happening in our country and she decided it was time to do something about it. At first, she did not know exactly what to do, so she started searching the internet and soon discovered that people around the country were holding demonstrations and rallies and doing whatever they could to make their voices heard. She thought to herself, I can do that. And that's exactly what she did. She decided to hold a tax rally in Redlands on April 15 of 2009. She created flyers. She took them around town, sent out emails, and talked to everybody that she knew. On the tax day, she had no idea what would happen, but she decided that posters might be a good idea. So she went to Office Depot to purchase some supplies. In the parking lot, she met her longtime friend, Don Verkaik. Don was planning to join the rally that day, and she offered to help Lane. They made posters for the people that were on the street corners. Does that look like Don at work? Which is what she does all the time. She took the clipboard and got signatures that day of all of the people who might be interested in continuing in the effort that they started. A couple of days before the rally, Lane received a call from Annie Rumary. Annie came to the rally. Peter Dirksen also had contacted Lane, and he too came to the rally. Sandy Ziegler came as well, and this group of patriotic citizens formed the nucleus of what later became the first cabinet for a new group they would name the Redlands Tea Party Patriots. Their next event was a rally to oppress the oppressive Obamacare bill that was being talked about as legislation. The rally was held July 17, 2009. A nice group of people came out to rally that day. This was in front or in the same plaza where Congressman Jerry Lewis's office was. I think it's at the corner of, was it Brockton? Brookside, thank you. And San Mateo, if I remember right. And here in the picture are 3 people you might recognize: Lane Schneider, Annie Rumary, and I think that third person is Steve Stelter. Is that right? Okay, good, thank you. And here's something they started as a group soon after. I believe in this picture Annie is in the foreground, and in the background is, who is that? Sandy Ziegler, thank you. And this is in downtown Redlands. So that's another effort that they began. Again, Annie on market night. So now they were on a roll. The next thing they planned was a town hall meeting at the Orton Center at University of Redlands, and this was in August of that same year. Congressman Jerry Lewis was their main speaker. He was very knowledgeable about the proposed Obamacare legislation, and he demonstrated his strong opposition to this bill by taking the numerous pages, heavy pages, and throwing them down hard on the floor. That's where they should have stayed. They should have remained in the trash. At any rate, this was a very successful endeavor. 800 people showed that day. There's a gentleman in the back holding a camera, and that's Peter Dirksen. So this was the beginning of the Redlands Tea Party Patriots, and as mentioned, it coincides with the National Tea Party. And National Tea Party just celebrated their 5-year anniversary, and Greg and I were privileged to attend that conference. Now I'd like to call up those folks that are here with us tonight. I do see Elaine Schneider, Don Verkaik, Annie Rumary, Phillip Naaman. Is Peter Dirksen in the audience? So for starters, I'm going to ask this group if they will just stand with our National Tea Party people in the middle and our founders on either side. And we have a photographer to take a picture. We'll take this off the background. Oh, I forgot to show you the picture of Phil Naaman doing a straw poll. And that's the last one. There we go.
Don't smile now.
You done? No. All right, and I don't know what happened to our lights. Can we have the lights back on?
I don't think they were on. That was the projector.
That was the projector. Okay, so maybe, and what can we do to get light up here?
Put up another slide.
Okay, that would be good. So let's go back. All right, we have a presentation that we would like to make from the Redlands Tea Party Patriots. The current cabinet is very appreciative of the help that this group has given to us as we try to carry on at least a little bit of what they started. So I'll start with Elaine Schneider, the founder, beginning of this Tea Party, and we would like to present, if you can see this without very good light, this is a piece for her desk or table. I want to read what this says. On our 5th anniversary, we acknowledge, recognize, and thank Elaine Schneider, founder, Redlands Tea Party Patriots, 2009 to 2014. She made a difference. I'm losing this microphone. Our next one is the same message, but the name is different. This is to Don Verkaik. This one goes to Annie Rumary. And lastly is Phil Naaman. I think all of you know that these folks have done a great deal, and while they are not currently on the cabinet of the Redlands Tea Party Patriots, they are doing many other things. And rather than going through that list, I'm going to turn this over to our National Tea Party the National Tea Party representatives, Mary Acosta and Greg Cummings, who will be making a presentation to these folks on behalf of the National Tea Party.
Founders of the Redlands Tea Party, thank you so much for the time and energy and personal sacrifice. This group thanks you, and we thank you, Tea Party Patriots. And we brought certificates tonight. So I'll just read the first one so you get a feel for what they say. Tea Party Patriots hereby confers upon each one of you founders the status of Patriot. In consideration of the incredible enthusiasm, hard work, and dedication as a founder of the Redlands Tea Party Patriots in California, as prescribed by the Tea Party Patriots Incorporated, given on the 3rd day of April 2014, and this is signed by Greg Cummings here and our national coordinator, Jenny Beth Martin. So thank you very much for everything that you've done. Thank you very much.